Good morning, everyone. 3632. Four, 3, 7 double pitch. Got Kevin Scott in the chat. 3632. Four, 2, 6. Good morning, lazy dog. Ice cross. Hard 8's quicker. Three, 1, 4. Big Joe. Thank you, Kevin. Original red dice is what we're using right now. That's what we will stick with. Original red dice. Appreciate the super chat. Five, 4, 9. Haven't seen Jerry on here for a while. Hopefully he comes back. Six, 2, 8. Should be a couple more shooters going today. I'm not exactly sure of the time. At least 2 or 3 people going today, hopefully, for the shooter competition. I think there's going to be a couple from Hawaii. I know Dice Dejan, I think is going to be hosting one. I think George from CY is going to be hosting 1 or 2. So keep an eye open for those. 2, 1, 3. Jerry was on AZ's session last night. Okay. I haven't seen him for a while. Hopefully, did not offend him at all. 632. Still short in the landing zone. 145. Guys are crossing today pretty consistently so far. Good morning, Joel. Got classical music today. Supposedly that's my good luck charm. 257. That one looked nice. Hit the landing zone. Both came up to the back wall, just died instantly. But they did hop to the left. Good morning, Buckeye Slim. That's right, classical music. Four, 2, 6. Got 2 minutes left before we start the show here. Four, 6, 10. It's 91 degrees high in California today, says Kevin. Trying to decide what I'm going to do for my strategy today for betting. Five, 4, 9. Good morning, Rhodey. I'm sorry, Joel. You grew up in Canada? I knew there was something about you. Four, 2, 6. Let's get the show started. Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 555 of the Level Up program and day number 49 of the $100,000 challenge. Hey, if you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as playing the blue collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things, we got Kevin Scott checking in number 1, followed up by Lazy Dog going woof woof. Kevin threw in a $5 super chat asking for the original red dice. This is what we will be using today. Got 208 Craps Joel checking in. We have Buckeye Slim with the 300 plus club. Rhodey's checking in here. We got 2 Will Paradise of Trey and Reggie F. Yo, he goes. So make sure if you're checking in the chat here, make sure, or into this live stream here, make sure you say hi in the chat. Let us know that you are here. If you're playing along with Crapsee, make sure you click on that live tab that'll bring you over to the table that we're using today. And remember, this is for entertainment and educational purposes. We're starting off with a bankroll today of $1,677. So we have a win go of 166 plus, coming up 27 wins Our 27 wins and 21 losses. Now our losses the last few days have been kind of stacking up because we've been having a very mixed table, and we're trying to figure out why that's happening here. We're either having super long rolls or super short rolls, and the mid rolls seems like it's not very prevalent at all. We got Craps guy David Clark checking in as well. Good morning. So let's get started here, and I am not going to do a pass line bet. We're going to try the first shooter here with the horseman strategy, and we'll see how that goes. So let's call this all bet set. 16 people on Crapsee, and we've got 10 people watching live so far. 3632 is our dice set. Dice out. That was a little short on the landing zone, but hey, we'll call that as a 156 KitchenAid mixer. So let's mark that point of 6, and we'll begin the rollout for the day here. 3632, we're using an Erie style grip. 156 is the result. So marking the point of 6. And we're going to start off with a $75 DC, and we'll try to get that placed here. And the horseman halves is what I'm calling the strategy. So it's the horseman strategy with a little bit of added twist to it. 3632 is the dice set, and we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. So trying to tweak this horseman halve strategy so we can get it ready to go for the cruise coming up in a couple months here. That right die did split off. We got a 617, so that's gonna be an early 7 out, and that's gonna be a loss on the horseman strategy. Lately, it just seems like whatever strategy I use, I get stung. But yesterday we finished off with a good roll. We had a 28 roller. We had made quite a recovery. So hopefully that continues here. We'll go again one more time with the horseman strategy. 3632, shooter number 2.7 out on the first shooter. We only had like 1-7 during a warm up here. So hopefully this will be just a short little fad there. Okay, so 3632, dice out. 527 on the come out. Pass line winner, come out natural. $632 and $527. So I went to work last night, and almost halfway through the break, I got a call from my son, and he says, "Dad, I screwed up my ankle really bad playing basketball yesterday." So I took off for work, and I brought him to the emergency room, and it turned out to be a very, very, very bad high ankle sprain. His ankle looks like a grapefruit this morning. So I only worked half the night, but that was an early start to my vacation, I guess, for next week, if we want to call it a vacation. And we got a 5-6 Yo Chef. Pass line winner, come out natural again. Shooter number 2, still looking for a point. 3632. 5-6 Yo. Our warm-up, we had quite a few box numbers. We have yet to see a box number here other than the first come-up point there. 3632. So remember, next week I'm going to be having a show on Monday and Friday for sure. Tuesday's definite no for a show, so we're not having a show on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to kind of play it by ear. Mary's going to be having a shoulder surgery on Tuesday, so we'll see how she rehabs in that. or how she comes out of the surgery. Dice out. And that'll determine whether I'm having a show or not. And we got 3-3 hard, 6 double degen. That's going to be a primary on top of both dice. Let's mark that point as 6. While we're waiting here, we'll do the weather report for Wisconsin. It's 32 degrees this morning. Feels like 32, so there is no wind chill today. And it is a chilly 32. Down in the dungeon here with the heater going, and it's still, fingers are a little cold. Still a little chilly. So 3632. Again, we're going to go with a $75 DC. And I'll call that all bets set here. Let me get over here to this screen. There we go. So all bets set, and I saw 21 people playing along here, 16 people watching live. Peace out. I did split apart a little bit when they left my fingers, but we got a 6-3-9. That is the easy 9, the Franks. And I hit the mouse when I walk past with my knuckles, so we'll get that adjusted. 3-6-3-2, single pitch on the left side. And that DC will travel to the 9 now. Good morning, Mad Hatter. Roadie goes 55 degrees in Georgia. And Mad Hatter checking in here. So that's going to allow us now to do a $75 come bet. DC did travel to the 9. Again, 3-6-3-2. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice out. Again, that left eye popped off. We got a 4-6-10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end, Daddy Joe. So that combat will travel to the 10. And again, we're going to do another combat, $75 combat. 3-6-3-2. And we'll place some across bets on the second combat hit, or second income. So the last time I did this Horseman halves, we put as soon as we hit a combat, I got paid out once, we spread it across the money, half of it at least. So that's where the halves comes from. But as a change in the strategy, we're going to try to collect one, and then we'll do a cross bet. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to set ourselves up for a longer roll if possible, but we're also playing for the short roll. In the meantime, it's out. Got a 1-3-4. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So we have a combat on the 4 and a combat on the 10. Not usually the best areas to be on, but lately we've been throwing some 4s and 10s, so hopefully one or both of those pay out here. And we'll go up one more time with another combat, and this will be our 4th bet. So now, no matter what, we'll be done with placing our bets for the horseman part of the strategy, and hopefully we will we'll get some of those paid off so we can start spreading across and hopefully get some more money back to the rack. 3-6-3-2 is a dice set. Looks like Joel's headed to Jerome tomorrow for his daughter's competition, granddaughter's competition. What kind of competition is that, Joel? Let's go all bet set. Only 2 people playing along here. Dice out. Yeah, we got a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So that's gonna be no help for me, and that'll leave us just midnight for the tall. 3-6-3-2 is primary bottom side on both dice. Robotics. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Kids make a robot and then they try to complete tasks on a designated or designed board to move / collect items. That's very cool. Very cool. Well, good luck to her. Is that a high school team or is that a college team? Where is that in retrospect of her education? So that was no help for us on our bet. So let's call this all bet set here. And dice out. I stay cross on us, and that's perfect. We got a 3-1-4, another big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So that combat will pay out. That was on that 4. 3-6-3-2. 3-1-4 result. Slim should be liking that 4. He always asked for a 4. Middle school. You're old, Joe, but not that old. That should not hurt at all. Now, I have kids that are college age, so that's not a dig on you at all. And I know that I'm slightly younger than you are, Joe. Catch that, slightly younger. Good morning, Jeff. Mid-Atlantic Craps checking in. So that combat paid out on the 4, so that'll be our first one. That'll be a collect. So now we need either that 8 or that 10 to hit so we can get that second combat. We can start spreading across then. Let's go all bet set and dice out. 3-6-3-2. Hey, I like that. 5-3-8, the Great Babe. So then we got a second combat to pay out, and now we can start spreading across on our bets. 3-6-3-2, and we got a 5-3-8 result. So that'll be $75 extra brought back to the rack here. So Craps guy says he'll wave to Joel on the interstate. He's headed to Boise to see his son. So awesome. Good morning, Glenn. Undisciplined checking in here. And we got Greg checking in from Madison, Wisconsin area. Good morning. So that's $75 now that we got back to the rack. Let's use that to spread across. Let's go. It gives us 4 numbers to put that onto. Let's go $15 on that 4, 15 on that. Oops, I'm not doing $25 bets. So we're gonna do $15 bets. 15, we'll go 18 and 18. So that's 36, 41, $56 put up on the table. And hoping to get the 10 to hit enough. So 3-6-3-2. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. I don't think the kids would, grandkids would appreciate that, Joe, if he switched positions. And we got a 3-2-5, the Justice Gen 5. That's going to be a single pitch on their right side. 3-6-3-2. 3-2-5 result. So let's make that 5 look like $25. Three, 6, 3, 2. Actually, no, we're not going to. We're going to take that back down to 15. Let's put $15 on the 9. So we're going to start making that DC a little bit less valuable, so that we were protected now that the roll is going a little bit longer. Good morning, Mad Hatter. How you doing? And let's call that all bets set. And they saw it. So again, we're just putting this horseman halves, as I call it, and we're trying to set the strategy up for success, hopefully. That's what they saw. And we got a 5, 2, 7, and that is going to be a 7-0. The brutes do not become shark bait. So a little bit better roll. 3, 6, 3, 2, 5, 2, 7. So we did get some of that money back. We'll see how we're doing on the bankroll. So we actually made $96 on that, so that's actually good. That's a good way to do it. 2 ingredients for you. Yeah, you're welcome, no matter. Some people deserve more highs than others. No, I'm just kidding. Anyhow, so 11 rolls on that one. We actually made money off of that, $96. You feel burned. So that puts us at $16.98. So we're up a total of $21 for the day. Okay, let's get this started here again. We'll try one more strategy, one more time with the horseman halves, and then we'll see how that roll goes and maybe explore on or venture on to other ones here. There you go. We'll go with Lazy Dog twice now. He said, could say hi, but no thumbs up. Okay, let's get started. All bets set. 26 people playing along here. And dice out. 3, 6, 3, 2. Two, 1, 3, ace deuce, Alfredo sauce. Pass line loser, come out loser, DP winner and to come out. 3, 6, 3, 2. And that's gonna be both dice off axis on that one. Be a drift right of the dice. So let's chalk it up, Mad Hatter, as me saying hi twice because I'm losing my memory. How's that? It's an old guy syndrome. So again, all bets set here. Looking for a point. Shooter number 3. Ace out. It's a little bit long on the landing zone that time. 1, 6, 7 on the come up. Pass line winner, come out natural. Both dice did die right at the back wall. Really nice and tight. Still looking for a point. Shooter number 3. Do not work to come out, ladies and gentlemen. And all bets set. Dice out. Ace deuce, Alfredo sauce. Pass line loser again. Come out loser, DP winner. And this is going to be a double pitch this time. 3, 6, 3, 2. And we got an ace deuce result. Yep, that is Alfredo's advice, Greg. Do not, he goes, do not work to come out. In fact, that's on all of his chips. And he also gave me some little chip holder dividers that have those as well. The last time I had seen him. So solid advice though. And let's go all bet set and dice out. Dice are a little bit crooked in the fingers. Let's regrip them. Still looking for a point on shooter number 3. Dice out. Yeah, we have a 1, 3, 4. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So it's marked at point of 4. 6, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4 result. That would be better advice to never roll 7. You would be correct on that there, Matt. Lazy Dog. So anyhow, let's go with a $75 DC. In a perfect world, there would be no reds on this table, including the dice. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. So anyhow, let's play nice in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll call this all bets set. Dice out. I always bet on reds and Alfredo's come off. I would. That's honest to God truth. I've played live with him several times in a casino, and that is paid out more times than not. And we got a 347.7 out. Another loser on that horseman. Alfredo's a very, very interesting character to play because he analyzes the dice extremely at the table. He is one of the very few people I've ever seen to watch the dice go all the way down, and then you hear him actually mumbling to himself what the result was, just like I do on my show where I call it a single pitch or explosion, implosion, all that stuff. He actually analyzes it, and it usually takes him a couple rolls to get the dice pattern down. Then usually he does pretty good. But we're going to switch over to the 3-2-3-6, heeding that advice here. Too many sevens, too many variant sevens here, as John would say. In a short period of time. So 27 people playing along. Make sure you play this short roll here, hope for the long roll, and hopefully we'll figure this out pretty fast today. Good morning, Jen. Should call it something else if you start from DC instead of DP. No, the Joe man. That's funny, John. But now I'm going to call it Horseman Halves because I've always called it the Horseman, and I've always played it from the DC. In fact, when I played live with you in Vegas or Jen, I always called it or played from the DC. So let's go all but set here and dice out the Joe man. So 3-2-3-6. And the reason I go from a DC is so that way I only protect myself. I have to protect myself against 1 7 instead of multiple 7s in a row. And we got a 2-6-8. That is the Duracell 8. So it's marked at point of 8. And that's going to be a primary and front side, both dice. 3-2-3-6 and a 2-6-8 result. Yeah, we did not get slaughtered in Vegas. You're right. You're right. So anyhow, $75 DC. And hopefully this dice will switch our variant around or trend around here a little bit. We'll call that all bet set. Dice out. Wow. On flipping real. 5-2 Bruce. Now, Jen's going to put in the chat. See, Joe, you play the DP. You would have got paid out 2 times in a row, and you've been in the positive. By $300 in a positive, I would have played a DP there. But it is what it is. 527 Bruce. Okay, let's switch this around. Let's go back to my normal grip. Get rid of this Erie style grip. Oops. I'm going to do a $25 pass line bet. We'll go 10 small, 10 tall, 5 any craps. 3, 6, 3, 2. Using our normal grip now. Jen goes bummer. So, anyhow, we'll call this all bet set and dice out shooter number 5. Wow, that was a fast roll through the shooters there. Okay, here we go. Let's switch it around. Regular grip, dice out. A bit long on the landing zone, of course. Pass line winner, come on, natural 167. 2632 167, and let's just relax here and get these rolls to go decent. We're going to repeat our bets here. That was a wash on us. Nothing gained, nothing lost. 3632. Greg goes, ouch. That tossed him into the abyss. And let's go all bet set. Buckeye saying, calm your mind and body. What's the from the show Anger Management? Jack Nicholson had a term. It was like "foo blah blah" or something. I forget what it was. That was a funny movie. 3632. Days out. Better landing zone 639 is the easy 9, the ranks. So let's mark that point of 9. Three, 6, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9. Single pitch on that left side. Groups Faba. There you go, lazy dog. That's a funny movie. So anyhow, it's with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. Let's go 320 across. And $25 pass line odds. And we'll call it all bet set. Days out. 3632. And we got a 325, the Justice Gen 5. Hit number 1 for us. 3632 and a 325 result. And that's going to allow us to bring down our outside numbers here. $70 brought back to the racks. We go $15 up on those. So we'll go 15 on that 10, 15 on the 4, 15 on that 5. No pass line odds, so that we have the outside numbers paid for. 3632. Looking for a 6 or 8 so we can get those paid for as well. You can't handle the truth. And let's go all bet set. Days out. I did split apart when I left my fingers. We got a 5-6 Yo Chef. help us with the ATS, and that's about it. 5-6. Yo, chef. 3-6-3-2. Both dice off axis on that one. As we drift left of the dice. Three, 6, 3, 2. Bets will remain the same. And all bets set. Dice out. That was a hop, skip, and a jump there. Wow. We got the holy cannoli, 4-2-6. Hit number 2, and that's an inside number hit, so that's really nice for us. 3-6-3-2, 4-2-6. And we will definitely be in profit for the shooter now. So we're going to bring down that 6 and 8 because those are played separately. Then the outside numbers will make those look like 18 each. Lock that 6 and 8 in so I don't have to do as many clicks of the dice. 3, 6, 3, 2. And yeah, we got 135 brought back, 126 on the table with the ATS bets. And call that all bets set. Dice off. 1-5-6, the KitchenAid mixer. So now we can start pressing our bets up. 3-6-3-2 and 1-5-6. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to first time hit, we'll do a full press before we start trend betting on that. So let's go up 3 units. That'll be $18 extra. So it'll be get up to $36. And we're going to hope to get a second hit on that so we can start trend betting and get a little bit extra money back to the rack on that. Yeah, we'll call that all bets set. Whoops. Okay. I hit the wrong button on Crapsee. Let me get that readjusted here off camera here. So we're going back up to 36 on the 6. Okay. So call that all bets set. Dice out. 3-6-3-2. Dice did split apart a little bit when he left my fingers again. 4-6-10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Daddy Joe. Dice did split apart. I did push with my thumb a little bit trying to catch it as it split apart, which is something I need to stop doing. Good morning, Nemo. 4-6-10. We're gonna again full press that first one. So that's $27 brought back. So let's add 25 to that. We'll make it look like 40. And hopefully we'll get some repeat hits here so we can get some of that money back to the rack. And we'll call that all bets set. 24 people playing along here, 20 people watching, 11 thumbs up, and dice out. And we got a 3-2-5, another Justice Gen 5. 3-6-3-2 and a 3-2-5 result. Nemo swam in, said Mad Hatter. If I took everything down, we'd be at 1752. Our win goal is 1845. So even though we lost those two shooters in a row, we're approaching within $100 here of our win goal. So we recovered most of that if I took everything down. If I lost everything, we'd be at 1583, which is about $80 down, so not bad. It was a 5, so let's full press that one. We'll bring that up to $40 as well. No, 21 plus 15 is 36, so we'll make it look like $35. There we go, that looks better. 3632. And all but set. Dice out. Yeah, we have another 10 with a 4, 6, 10. Waylon's best friend on that end, Daddy Joe. So it's going to be a drift right or left of the right dice and a double pitch on the left die. 2, 6, 3, 2, 4, 6, 10. And I shouldn't say drift off, I should say implode. But you know, that's $40. So let's make that 10 look like 50 now. And it should have been a buy bet, my mistake. So I didn't get paid out as much as I should have. That still was $72 brought back to the rack. So that's a nice little hit. And if I took everything out, but put us at $18.24, which is $21 shy of goal. And if we hit goal today, that'll be the first time we've hit goal in probably, I think we only did it one other time this week. Otherwise, we've had a losing session all week long. But anyhow, let's call that all bets set and dice out. 3, 6, 3, 2. And there's another 10, 6, 4, 10 this time. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Sorry, Glenn. So that is a sweet hit, and that'll put us at goal for once this week. Second time this week, maybe? I don't know. No, first time making goal this week. Second time, I think, making a profit. So that puts us at 1922. Let's bring our bets down. 1922 gives us $77 to play with. Let's go 66 inside. No, we can't go 66 inside. We'll go just put 15 on the 5, 18 on that 6 and 8. We got the 9 covered on the pass line. So if we lost everything right now, we'd be at 1826, which is still $19 shy of goal, but that's close enough. Satisfied here. Satisfied, as Waylon would say. Be satisfied. 3632. Now we're going to play for mega profits and start getting some of our bankroll back. Nice out. And that was a good choice, Joe, because we got a double pitch of the dice. 4, 3, 7. Ouch. So that was a good recovery. 3, 6, 3, 2, 4, 3, 7. Ouch. And now it's 10 rolls of the dice. 11 rolls. 4, 3, 7. So on 11 rolls, we were able to recover all the money that we had lost. Good morning, Gary. So let's go again. 3, 6, 3, 2. We'll try to pull off the same strategy. We got Nemo checking in there, saying morning all. We got Gary checking in there. And Jen, Nemo says, at least I didn't moosh Joe this time like he normally does. And Jen goes, yes, you did, Nemo. Too funny. Good morning, Gargoil. Welcome, my friend. Well, you're getting ready for work or waiting for work? You're waiting for your next meeting. Okay. So let's go again. $25 pass line bet. About 10 small, 10 tall, $5 any craps. And we'll call that all bets set. Dice out. 3, 6, 3, 2. Five, 3 grape ape. So it's marked at point of 8. 3, 6, 3, 2, and a 5, 3, 8 result. Okay, we'll go 160 across. Yeah, we'll do some kind of strategy here. We'll kind of play it by ear here and see how it goes. So 3, 6, 3, 2. All that set. Dice out. Let's do a what do they call that? Oh, that was a little bit of a jump there. 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. What do they call it? I'll explain the strategy, or you guys can tell me what it's called. It was brought up by Brian from Hawaii Crop Shooters. Splitting the sisters. There we go. That's what we're going to do here. So that was a 10. So let's take that 10 down. We'll take the 4 down. We'll make that $15 each. So 4 and 10 are bought and paid for now. 3, 6, 3, 2. Biloxi coming soon, says Gargoil, and he loves the classical music. Thank you. And all about set. Dice out. And we have a 5, 4, 9, the hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac. 3, 6, 3, 2, and a 5, 4, 9. And let's bring that 5 and 9 down, and we'll split those. So we'll go 15 and 15. Yeah, we got 3, 6, 3, 2 for our dice set. Good morning, Dan. How you doing? Can we get back to any classic rock? Go with elevator music. So every time I play the rock music that I have set up on my soundtrack, nobody likes it, or very few people like it, Dan. Sorry. We'll call that set here. And dice out. The left one did split off. Right down the line, we're going 2, 6, 8 to Duracell 8. Go out, support free live content, give that thumbs up where deserved, and please subscribe if you have done so already. And that's going to be a winner 8, so that puck will turn off. And let's bring that 6 down to 18. We'll put 18 on that 8 right away, turn those bets off, and we'll pull down whichever number becomes the point here. Gargoyle goes, classical music relaxes the soul. And I agree with that 100%, Gargoyle. The thing is, though, I can't hear the music on my side of things because I have it turned off on my monitor. You guys can hear the music. So it's just ironic that I usually throw better when classical music is the music chosen on this channel. Kind of weird, but not as much as a long roll, says Joel. Too funny. Anyhow, Let's look for a new point. All of our bets are turned off. We have a $25 pass line bet out there. Dice off. And we have a 167, the KitchenAid mixer. So let's mark that point as, I'm sorry, 156 KitchenAid mixer. I don't know what the hell I was just saying. That was a terrible call to originally make. 3632, 156, marking the point of 6. So we'll bring that 6 bet down. $104 brought back to rack. We have 123 on the table. So we're into the shooter for what? $19. 3632. So the next hit will be a collect. So we can get in the positive here. All that set. Dice off. Good thing Joel's watching. Sorry, buddy. Dice out. Ooh, dice split apart in midair. We got a double degen. Dice split apart in midair. One stuck. The left one stuck to my fingers just a little bit. 3632 primary topside both dice. And that's going to be a Buckeye buckshot. So point made, point hit. Puck turns off again. And now we are going to be in a positive. We'll bring that 25 down. We'll make that look like 15 now. And we'll be in a positive by $16 on the shooter. So 1842. If I lost everything, I'd be at 1842 with just $3 shy of goal. So we're going to keep on going from here now. We're going to try to press to the moon and get a lot of money back here. Nothing like Christmas music in April. I'm guessing that is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra music that's on the classical soundtrack. That is a fun song. I like that song. Again, just guessing. I can't hear the music, so 3632. I suppose. Yeah, we got a 639. That is the easy 9. The Franks. Marking a point of 9. For 632 and 639 result. It's called Bah Humbug. Triple D. Only 256 or 58 days till Christmas. Oh my God. Okay, we got, our point is 9. We're gonna take the $15 off. We'll make the 6 look like 18, and we're gonna start friend betting to the moon here. See if we can get some nice profits brought back to the rack. We'll go all bet set. 25 people playing along here. And 19 people watching live. 13 thumbs up. Dice out. Dice did a roll over to the left. They did cross, and we got a 617. Ouch. Okay. 3632. Made a couple dollars on that roll. Not too much. And all rebels to come down. We're at 1839 for the day, which is $6 shy of goal. Dan is funny. Dan says he has a marked on the calendar. When it gets down under 100, he starts treating people better. Wow. Too funny. Okay. Again, let's go $25 pass line bet. 10 small, 10 tall. Whoa, that's not what we're looking for. Let's go 10 small, 10 tall, 10 or 5 any craps. And we'll call that all bet set. Dice up. 3632. 6-5 mid-mo yo. Cheryl coming to us from above. So we have pass line winner come out natural, and that'll be nice because that'll get that ATS started. So we actually made a couple dollars on that one. So we actually made 20 bucks on that. 3632. And what we're gonna do on this one now, let's go with I'll go $10 any crap, and we'll go $5 yo on this one now. So we'll call that all bet set. Looking for a point. We're on shooter number 7 for the day. And they suppose. Excuse me, we got a 1, 3, 4, and I forgot to clear the screen. I'm sorry about that, guys and gals. 1, 3, 4, the Big Joe wraps Master Journey. So let's mark that point of 4. 3, 6, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4. Result. Okay, and let's do this. We'll go 160 across again. So that way, if I do lose, we're going to be both our starting bankroll, which we will not lose. We're going to keep her going here. And we'll do split sisters again, see if that works out. And all bet set. Nemo goes back to work. Have a good day, my friend. Here we go. Dice were super tight all the way down to the end of the table, and they bounced off. We got 325, Justice Gen 5. That right one took off just a little bit on us. 3632, and we got 325 results. So let's bring that 5 and 9 down. We'll make them look like 15. 3632. So 5 and 9 are paid for. Nemo says he's working from home. I wish I had that option. Stay seven. Sure. So that was way shorter than that landing zone. We got 2 1 3 ace deuce. Alfredo sauce. That's gonna be a drift right of the dice. 3632. 2 1 3 result. Drift right means that both dice did 1/4 turn to the right, if anybody is wondering. 3632. Our bets remain the same. And all bets set. Dice out. And the Bruce 5-2 7 ouch. Okay, we're gonna switch over to the 3-2-3-6 now. That was a 3-6-3-2 though. To Bruce. And we're going to call this last shooter for the day here. I know this is running late into the program, but we'll go one last shooter here. And that brings us down to a 17.19 bankroll. So we dropped below the starting bankroll. So we went from gold to dropping below. And that's a great example of getting to the cage when you are in profit. 3236. Good morning, John. John's not here yet. We know you just came in. Isn't that funny? But I don't think he's here right now because he would have been here probably about 10 minutes ago if he was saying hi. Anyhow, we're gonna not do any line bets here. 19 people still playing along. We got an all bet set. They set 3236. $415 trucking camper. That's our first trucking camper for the day, so it's marked up on a 5. 3236, and we got a 415 result. Okay, let's get that money back now. We're gonna load up. It's Friday. Let's Crapsee it. 480 across. That may not be the most responsible thing to do, but we're going to do it. We're going to play a Dallas Trout on here. 3236. And all bet set. That's all. $639, the easy 9, the Franks. Hit number 1. Three, 2, 3, 6, 6, 3, and that's going to be a explosion on that left die. Primer at top on the right side. 3, 2, 3, 6. And let's draw down those bets. So we'll go to 320 across. And 19 people playing along yet. And Buckeye says, let's go, Joe. Let's go. Minus the beep. And we got OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. That's gonna be that's gonna be the first bookend for the day. 3, 2, 3, 6, 6, 6, 12. No help for me. 3, 6. I'm sorry, 3, 2, 3, 6. And all but set. They solved. And we got a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend on that end. Daddy Joe. So we hit number 2, and we can regress on this one as well. Draw it back down. 3, 2, 3, 6. 4, 6, 10. Actually, we're going to draw it all the way down, because if I took everything down, we'll be at 1922, which puts us above goal again. So that is the smart thing to do. Let's pull our bets down. And that gives us, again, $55, $57. So let's do this one. So let's go with that. That's $51 out there. So that keeps us above goal. We could still put another 15 out there on the 5. So do a true iron cross, and that puts us at $10 over goal. So no matter what, we made goal today. Yay! Okay, I'm going to stick with that. We're going to use that field to spread across. That is the smart thing to do. And dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got a 3, 2, 5, the Justice Gen 5, and that's going to be a winner 5. So that puck will turn off. That'll be a $6 profit for us. So we're just going to collect that. 3, 2, 3, 6, and a 3, 2, 5 result. That's going to be an explosion on the right side, primary on top on the left side. Thank you, Dan. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we're going to keep the bets the same. We'll put a field bet out once we get a new point established. Again, pretending somebody else is shooting right now. And we'll call that all bets set. Dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. And we got a 6, 3, 9. So we're on the 9 now. That is the easy 9. The Franks marking the point on 9. 3, 2, 3, 6. Single pitch on the right side. Oops. I reversed that. That was actually not a single pitch on the right side. That was a explosion on the left side. There we go. That'll change it around. Okay. Clock is on to 9. Again, $15 field bet. Now, if we get 3 hits in a row, or 3 hits in a short period of time on 5, 6, or 8, that's the same thing as getting 1 field hit. So that's something to remember with the bets. And all bets set. Dice out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice for the part again. 5, 3, 8. The Great Babe. So that'll be another field loss, but that is hit number 2. So that's $12 total brought back. 3, 6, 3, 2. 5, 3, 8. So if we get another hit on that, that's the same as the field, so we can pick up another number at that time, but we got to get another hit there. So John is not going live today, okay? Well, that's good to know. So that means we have a little bit of extra time if we need it. This is the last shooter, though. We will again, $15 on the field bet. And all bets set. Dice out. And that is the end of the roll. The 1, 6, 7. And that is an ouch. But we made gold today. We made some profits. That's a good way to end the week, if you will. Hopefully everybody else made money as well. The rolls were kind of mixed today. We had a few 2 longer rolls, and the rest of them were either average or slightly below average in that. But we had 8 shooters today. We had an 11, 2 11s, and we had 1, 2, 0.7 outs. We had 2 5s and 2 8s, so good mixture of rolls here. Roll history. I'm not sure what that means, Joe. Oh. April 3rd, 4, 11, 4, 3, 2, 11, 12, and 5. Huh. I need 3 more rolls. Anyhow, let's go through our results here for today. We ended up with 6.5 SOR today. 4.7 SRR, so not the best result. 3 come out 7s. Our 6s and 8s were low today. 10s are high though. That was the only other number other than 7 that really stood out today. Box numbers, inside numbers were just about expected. 4s to 10s are slightly high today. Come out 7s are high today. Horns are low. Fields are expected, and hardways were low as well. Oh, so you're keeping track of, okay, that's cool. And I'll show you that also on this next screen here. If you look on there on the left, right side, I have all the results as well. But anyhow, 100,000 challenge dice roll results through the end of yesterday. 2,513 rolls for the challenge so far. 9.36 SOR, 6.44 SRR, and a BSR of 6.28. So, yeah, early PSCO's got a couple of us there, Greg, and fortunately I was able to work out of it in that. But again, reminder for next week, Monday and Friday, we will definitely have a show. Tuesday is a no show. And Wednesday and Thursday, I will be playing it by ear. So kind of keep an eye open. I'll post in my Facebook group as well as on the community tab, whether I'm having shows on Wednesday or Thursday. But anyhow, other than that, I hope everybody does come back on Monday, and I hope that everybody does have a great weekend here. But until then, until Monday, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. Be safe and be prosperous.